Welcome everyone to Side Draft, the show in which we review NASCAR races side by side. I'm Adam Hurst, here with Steve Hurst and Emily Hurst.
I'm Emily. This is Steve.
I pointed at Emily. Said Steve. Sorry about that, but we're here to talk about Phoenix, the Cup race, and I really enjoyed the race. I liked the
Which
new
I was
package.
disappointed who won. It's not I hate Joey, it's just...
Yes, you wanted Harvick.
She had Harvick on our Fast Picks episode.
And me and Adam switched dives. He hates Chase, but I was hating Chase. Oh.
So,
Yeah.
And I was like...
and I
cheering for
picked
Harvick.
Chase to win.
And I was cheering for Harvick, and he usually cheers for him.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, it's a very exciting race. They come here with the shorter spoilers and the smaller splitters and stuff, and gave a lot of handling into the cars. Yeah, I really enjoyed the package this year. It's a lot better than last year. They can actually pass a little bit, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, all the way through it, and I enjoyed it.
So it'll be me and Emily's picks on the front row for the lead at the beginning of the race to be Chase Elliott versus Kevin Harvick. Chase Elliott would lead the majority of stage 1 up until lap 58. Stenhouse would spin it around, get to the wall, major damage to that rear end there, and Harvick would take the lead on pit road, and then
Thank you, Sin.
then it'd be a caution for Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, and Ryan Blaney. And this would be, important because Ryan Blaney was the point leader going into this. I don't think he is anymore because his day was done.
Yeah, he's running very good this year so far until,
And then Denny was like, I'm just going to ruin Emily's life and wreck her driver.
Yeah, so Brad had a very fast car. I guess Denny, only way I could beat him was just take him out. But no, I think he got in the PT1, got loose or something, ran out of town. I don't know. But it really ended Blaney's day.
It was one of the above.
But it didn't slow down Brad Keselowski that much.
It just made him stronger.
Really impressed with Brad there because I was like, his day's done. That was major damage, and then somehow not major damage, and it made him faster even.
He was the Cinderella.
Yeah. It went from, he had a good car, I don't think he had that good of a car at that moment. And then a little bit of damage, and now he's probably one of the best cars on the track. But Kevin Harvick would battle Chase Elliott and win stage 1. First stage win of the season for Kevin. Stage 2, the leaders would stay out, some in the back would pit. It'd be Harvick versus Elliott on the restarts. Elliott would pass Harvick in the first couple laps. And then Harvick would get him back. Seemed like Harvick had a really good long car.
Yeah, these restarts.
Long run, not long car.
Yeah, these restarts really tough. So a lot of them go down to the apron, and when they come back up, they just lose that speed. But the ones that go stay high can keep that momentum up. So these restarts are really critical and move a lot of positions.
And then as soon as Harvick took the lead, it would have a caution for Austin Dillon. He would back it up into the wall, and he had a rough qualifying, missed the turn. There's only one of them, so that was tough for him there.
Yeah.
Had to back up, do it again, and then that happened. Just had a rough day.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. He just got a little loose, and I guess that's what it is on this PJ1. As we call it, the sweet and sour sauce.
Yes, sweet and sour sauce.
It's sweet when you got grip, and it's sour when you don't.
Yeah.
I don't call it nothing.
It's the nothing sauce now. Yeah, it was definitely sour for Austin Dillon there. Chase Elliott would get the lead on pit road. Joey Logano would have an uncontrolled tire that would send him to the back, but he was able to slice through the field.
Yeah, he is really coming through the field pretty quick. I don't think he's catching the leaders or anything, but he was definitely coming through the field, and he got within the top 10 and passing a lot of cars.
And then it would be Chase Elliott versus Brad Keselowski as they would be battling it out. Mark Truex Jr. would take the lead momentarily until Chase Elliott would take it back. But eventually Chase Elliott would say, loose wheel, loose wheel. He had to go into the pit road. But it was a loose wheel, so
He was saying, Adam picked me.
Dang it, Adam picked me. I can't let him get more ahead of everyone else.
He was like, I want Emily to win.
Yeah, but he pitted right there, so he had a little fresher tires, and he really used the freshness of the tires and come through the field. Try to be the one with free pass to get back on the lead lap.
He knew if he won, I would be knocking at his door.
And then Brad would take the lead as Chase gave the lead away for the pit stop. Would have a caution for the 51. He would have an engine issue or some sort of issue, and that would cause a caution. And Brad Keselowski will win stage 2. I believe that's his first stage win of the season.
Yeah.
You know, he was dominant of this race, but last night he was not going to win.
Yeah, and Brad was Emily's pick for the Xfinity Series.
But he was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Brad would lead pit road. It'd be Brad versus Truex in the restarts, and then we'd have a caution for Quinn Houff shortly after that. Hard crash for Quinn Houff.
Yeah, you hate to see kind of hard crashes like that, but
I don't know if something broke on the car or what it was, or just got into the PJ1 there. But Truex will win the race off pit road. Took 2 tires, as well as Tyler Reddick, and strong race by Tyler Reddick up until that one issue.
yeah, even last year Daniel Hewett, some races that run really strong. Here Tyler Reddick, I believe this track here really fits his style, and he races way up to second, and it was pretty good. It's good to see some of the rookies step up, but it didn't last too long.
Yeah, after the two-tire drivers, Truex and Reddick, they would start off pretty well, but eventually Logano and Harvick got around them. And then Harvick would get around Logano a couple laps later. I love how it's still tough to pass here. It's not impossible. You can still get around these guys without, just knocking them out of the way. So, like that. And then as soon as Harvick took the lead, Eric Jones would wreck into the wall, and Joe Gibbs was having a rough day right after this moment.
Yeah, I don't think Joe Gibbs is there yet. I mean, Kyle Busch and Truex was up towards the front, but they just didn't have the dominant car to get up there and lead the race. Then he wrecked out, and here goes Eric Jones wrecking out. And even Jeff Gordon and Mike Joyce talk about cautions and stuff, and all of a sudden, here you got one.
Yeah, and then after this, the caution spiraled. It was everywhere. So
People didn't want me to win.
next caution would be Tyler Reddick. He would, after that strong run, I guess, he got mired back into the pack. I believe some pit road issues, or maybe it's just to take his 4 tires. But
Yeah, I believe he got up there in the loose stuff and just ended up in the wall.
he had a good run though. You got to give that to him. Him and Custer probably ran the best, but Reddick was by far the best rookie out there. Tough track to do that as well. I didn't think that track would be one that the rookies would shine, but they did, or at least Tyler Reddick did.
Yeah.
And then leaders would pit after that and be Brad Keselowski and Chase Elliott, and then Kyle Larson would take the lead momentarily as Brad and Elliott almost made contact, but that would be short-lived. Brad Keselowski would take the lead back, and then would have the caution for Chris Buescher.
Yeah, a lot of people would still think he's Stenhouse, but it's not. It's Chris Buescher, and I believe he might have got a little damage by somebody else, but
Yeah, it's hard to remember way back there. All I have is Chris Buescher was the caution. Got spun around. I believe he did have a little bit of help, but after that it'd be Brad Keselowski versus Clint Boyer. Next caution would be on the restart with Martin Truex Jr. Eric Almirola got into him just a little bit there. Well, maybe a little bit more than a little bit, but
yeah, just making sure if Truex just slowed down more than what Almirola thought was going to, or I don't know, something happened on track earlier. But
yeah,
Almirola just got back in the Truex really hard, and then it knocked him up the wall.
And it ruined Truex's day.
Yeah, Truex was done after this.
And he was mad.
I do not think that this is going to go to Atlanta or any other race this season, because
It's just a racing deal.
yeah, it's just a racing deal. And also, if it is some sort of incident and they're both mad at each other, these 2 drivers are the leading drivers of, just talking smack and never doing anything.
Yep.
Is Randy going to go to Outback, Applebee's with
I don't know.
Truex?
Yeah, Randy's random pick was Eric Almirola, and Almirola had a decent shot at it.
Yeah,
It was fast.
he's running very well today. I mean, really, all Stewart-Haas cars are running pretty well. Last couple of races, it's like, where's Stewart-Haas? And Harvick's been running good. But where's the rest of them? But here they are. I mean, I'll be running the top 10 today. Even Cole Custer at times. I mean, yeah.
He's still learning, so
Yeah.
you can't expect a lot from him.
Yeah, I think Riddick had the most, practice in 2019 in the Cup Series. So I think that's why he's a little bit better than Custer and Bell right now. So Bell especially has a huge learning curve because this is his first couple of starts in the Cup Series period. So I think it's going to take him some time, but eventually they're going to get better.
Oh yeah.
Next caution would be for Chastain. Logano would be leading at the time. Got around Brad pretty aggressively.
Yeah, Joey and Brad was racing each other pretty hard, trying to get around each other. I don't know if you want to race your teammate that hard. I mean, I know you're going for the lead, you go for the win, but I mean, yeah, you don't want to end your teammate's day or anything. But
and you'd have to deal with your boss talking.
yeah, this would be a good conversation on Monday.
Yeah, Roger Penske. I don't think you want to make him mad. But
yeah, Chastain had a little bit of help. He got into Custer left quarter panel, but William Byron was right there and just turning around.
Yeah, William Byron kind of looked like a school bus out there, and
yeah.
he said, "Chastain, this is your stop." And he went around and went home he didn't go home for the day, but it was a pretty decent joke, I'd say. But
he was dropping Chastain off and letting other people.
Speaking of Chastain, Ryan Newman was there. I think we're getting closer to Newman's return. He's actually at the track now, so eventually we'll see him back in that car.
It's just we don't know when.
Yeah. So then it'd be Logano versus Harvick. It looked like it's going to be a great battle between those two. Brad Keselowski would go to the pits. I don't think he could have really stayed out there in third and somehow beat the fresher tires.
Yeah, he's on a lot older tires than what Logano and Harvick, and even Kyle Busch had the fresher tires out there, but he really couldn't have anything for Brad or Joey or Kevin.
And then we'd have a caution with Stenhouse and Nemechek at the end. It was a big clump of cars, and they all just when there's a big clump of cars in the Cup Series, they go wherever. And
they go there.
Yeah, you had cars out there on older tires, and some pit earlier with fresher tires, and then just a big wad of cars. And
it's like people grouping together.
A lot of strategy, because like the old package, you couldn't really do that strategy as much. The tires didn't mean as much.
People was making their own teams.
Yep. Yeah. When you go here, you got less than 10 laps to go, and you have to go, and everybody just fight for the same spot.
And then with just 2 laps to go, Logano took the lead on the restart. Nothing anyone really could do besides just dive bomb and crash him. Joey Logano would get the win, his second win of the season. First one to win 2 races this season, so that's going to be pretty big.
Yeah, it's a double number winning the race. So.
Yeah, so still the double numbers are dominating last year.
That's why.
Last year it was...
That's why Harvick had won.
Yeah, I believe if they had more laps to go right here, Harvick might have, it takes a couple laps for Harvick's car to really...
And he was freaking fast.
Yeah, and I believe he had the faster car, but he just couldn't, get up there.
No, he was freaky fast.
He was freaky
fast. It's just fast. It's freaky fast. But overall, enjoyed this race. Congratulations to Joey Logano, Team Penske. Yes. And congratulations to...
Well, I guess, Harvick, you ain't getting your high five.
Yeah, because Emily said on the Fast Picks that she'd give him a high five if he won.
If he wasn't sick, either.
Yeah. But maybe impending inspection. That hasn't happened yet, so could still get his high five.
And hopefully next week my drivers will do it. And it's only 2 people,
so,
actually.
For Fast Picks, none of our viewers got a point. None of us got a point across this entire weekend. So LJ is still the point leader. Well, just 1 point. So.
And you're still the Kyle Busch of this.
I go down the lower series and win. I have 2 points. Steve has 1. Emily, so close. She could be dominating this series right now.
Yeah, I was wanting to go with the Penske driver, but I thought I done picked enough the Penske drivers. I picked somebody else, and I was wrong.
Overall, really enjoyed the race. I wish Atlanta had this same package because I loved the package that they had.
Which I'm gonna only pick 2 drivers.
I know that the next gen's probably not going to go towards this package, but I mean, it was just a really good race. We had, we had everything. We had long runs, we had strategy, we had wrecks and more X and more X.
Yeah, thanks to NASCAR for bringing this package and made the racing a lot better. So
yeah,
and thanks for making me finish second.
And can't wait to go to the next short track like Martinsville, Bristol. I think Bristol's the next one. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but can't wait till those races come up. But join us for our Fast Picks episode this Friday. We'll be talking about Atlanta, and join us Wednesday. We'll be comparing Rowdy Energy to Coke Energy. So if you enjoyed our last one we did, Emily's not going to be in that video.
I don't like energy drinks.
But if you enjoyed that video last week, join us this week. We'll be trying some more Rowdy Energy.
Cowboys versus Bubba.
Subscribe for more race reviews and everything NASCAR, and we'll see you for our race reviews throughout next weekend.